Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, I think the word is buzzing. We had a call yesterday to request our support for a video project that will be taking place right here on this channel very, very soon. That call came from a little American company that you may just have heard of, Caterpillar. Now, I've been telling you more about this project just as soon as we have nailed down the details and the dates, but it's worth noting that last week we worked alongside Liebherr, XCMG, and Hyundai. On Friday and Saturday of this week, I'm with Volvo, and now we're about to work with the daddy of them all, Caterpillar. It's not bad for a show and a media format that didn't even exist 2.5 years ago. Now, before I get ahead of myself, let me roll the intro, post the question of the day, and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It is Tuesday, the 8th of November, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, Sennebogen joins the electric drive. We have some epic bridge demolition all the way from France. Komatsu performs a quick change, and Volvo underscores its commitment to sustainability. Plus, a dynamic duo, one of which is in the chat, a dynamic duo delivers a demonstration to remember at Kinshofer, and Kinshofer are also in the chat. So please pay attention to them and say good morning to them if you will. We'll get to all of that in just a second, but first let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to astronomer and comet enthusiast Edmund Halley. Also, happy birthday to author Bram Stoker, who, legend has it, took inspiration for his most famous creation, Count Dracula, from Vlad the Impaler, who, coincidentally, has a birthday on exactly the same day. Happy birthday also to Christian Barnard, the man who performed the world's first heart transplant, to Blackadder writer Richard Curtis, to former West Ham player and manager Alan Kirbishley, Sweary chef Gordon Ramsay, and to Sharknado actress Tara Reid. Many happy returns to them, one and all. Right, we need to get on with this because we're about to feature what I described as a dynamic duo, and they're both in the chat. So let's bubble them to the very top. We promised you yesterday we'd bring you an exclusive film, and I'm delighted that we can now share it with you. So myself and my son Fred visited the Kinshofer stand during Bauma 2022, and we received a very warm welcome from the entire team. We were there primarily to check out some new products, but there were two very slick demonstrations taking place while we were there. And the two guys behind the levers of those demonstrations were both Brits who had travelled to Munich to help Kinshofer show off their products and to demonstrate their capabilities. So we hauled them off their respective machines and had a chat with them. And I'm delighted to share that chat with you all right now.
Having a good time, really.
Absolutely loving life. We're working together in the Kinshofer stand, doing what we love doing every day. It's a passion, and doing it at Bauma
most definitely.
Couldn't ask for any more.
This is my first time at Bauma, but I have previously demonstrated on behalf of Kinshofer at Con Expo in 2020. I invested in an Ox unit myself on my own machine, and just through social media and meeting the right people, I suppose, got asked to demonstrate, and they've kept having me back, and it's just been an absolute privilege to be demonstrating with Steve as well. He's also a fantastic operator, good guy. We've had a laugh, we've had a blast, and you know, all I can say is watch this space. We'll keep doing what we're doing and hopefully do it again.
Well, I run the Tiltrotator Operators Media on Facebook, do my TikToks as well. A couple of years later, it's got me here and done a couple of demo driving. I've had demos from Kinshofer, did some videos for them, and then met Ed. We've just hit it off, and we're having a little bromance. And they asked us to come here and to work together, and I couldn't think of anyone better to come and do it with. The Kinshofer have been absolutely outstanding.
Brilliant.
I could not fault anything. They've sorted everything, any problems, they've sorted it, and I'm so privileged to be here with Ed and Kinshofer.
They are a very good company from the top down. I mean, Kinshofer just don't concentrate in tilt rotators. They have a vast network and a vast amount of things under their belt, and as you can see around this stand, you know, there's so much they have to offer, and it's a privilege being here with such a global company and representing a global company, and for them to put their faith in us, it's, you know, it's a dream come true for both of us to be here, you know, demonstrating at this show.
For the world's biggest show, anyway.
It is, definitely.
Unbelievable.
And we just, you know, want to carry on and continue and keep going, keep learning, trying new things, trying new machinery. And
you'll see us again very soon.
You really couldn't wish to meet two nicer guys. Not only are they very good at what they do, but their passion and enthusiasm, it really is infectious. So top work, lads. Look forward to seeing you stateside at Con Expo next year. I have just posted in the chat a link to Kinshofer, but Steve and Ed, I know you're both on social media. If you'd like to, please drop your details in the chat, and maybe people can go and check you out over on Facebook or TikTok or wherever else you tend to hang out. But thanks ever so much indeed for the warm welcome to Kinshofer and to Ed and Steve. Fantastic job to all of them.
Since the finance bill came into effect in April, the construction industry has seen a surge of fuel thefts. The rising cost of living has placed an additional risk of theft by employees and contractors, as well as opportunistic thieves. By using diesel dye and placing warnings of its use, you are sending a clear message that this is your fuel.
Just by way of a quick break from the post-Bauma deluge, I thought I'd share with you a nice bit of bridge demolition all the way from French France. Yeah, I really do love a bit of bridge demolition, and I'll say it again, that application is just crying out for that Sennebogen elevated cab, and oddly enough, Sennebogen will be popping up a little bit later in the show. Just going to mention this very quickly. Steve Williamson, one of the dynamic duo, says, I'd love to have a go on a demolition machine. I think I'd have fun. If anybody out there is keen on having Steve on their site, he is an internet superstar now. Please give us a call, or more easily, get in touch with Steve direct. Steve, if you ever find yourself on a demolition site, please let me know about it, and I'll come and point a camera at you. Now, we've still only put a very small dent in the content that we gathered during Bauma 2022, but I've just put the finishing touches to a new film for our Messer München Memories series. So I spent a large amount of my time at Balmer checking out brand new equipment, machines and attachments. But the show also gave me the opportunity to finally see in action a system that I reported on well over a year ago. That system is the K100 quick change boom system, developed right here in the UK by Komatsu UK. I'll let the film speak for itself. Yeah, when I was filming that changeover was actually being timed, and I can tell you that the PC490 HRD switched from standard digging arm to high reach boom in 78 seconds. It was really impressive display, an even more impressive piece of innovation from Komatsu UK. Let's have a look. There was a couple of comments there that I think is well worth mentioning. Steve Williamson, impressive to see how easy it was to attach and detach a demo arm on the Komatsu. The days of smashing pins in and out are over. You're damn right they are, and long overdue it is too. Let's crack on with a bit of this.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Okay, I can finally come clean. As many of you know, I'm off to Germany at the end of the week again, and this time I'm going with the very fine folks, Volvo Construction Equipment. The reason I'm going is to attend the World Rallycross Championships at the iconic Nürburgring. Well, sort of. You see, the World Rallycross Championships is now a fully electric series, and in keeping with that, I'm going to get the opportunity to hang out with the dealer racing team and to test drive some Volvo electric machines. Just so happens we'll be doing it at one of the most famous racetracks in the world. We'll be bringing you details of our adventures early next week, but to get you and me in the mood, here's a quick film that underscores Volvo's environmental credentials and commitment.
Sustainability is not just a nice word, it's really where we want to go. I mean, for the society, it's just the answer that we have right now for that. So that's where we have to go, and we all believe in it. Maybe 10 years ago, people didn't really believe in electric cars, right? So it will take time before people all shift, let's say, to electric machines. This is just beginning of this long journey.
There is no CO2 emissions from the use phase. And that addresses 90 to 95% of our carbon footprint, looking at the entire life cycle. So that's a massive improvement compared to a conventional machine. Seeing is believing. It's very powerful.
Yeah, actually it's very exciting. As soon as they jump into an electric machine, they realize that it is the right solution. Our customers are really happy with the machine's performance. It's just amazing.
Biggest e-mob offer on the market, and this is a position that we'd like to defend, definitely, and expand.
We are a bit ahead of the competition right now because we have the largest range, and at the same time we are evolving, and we have already launched the compact machines. The compact range is getting bigger, larger, and actually we will also expand that one. I'm proud. I'm really proud of being part of this evolution.
Join the future.
Yeah, my plan is to bring you an exclusive film of my visit to the Nürburgring, probably on Monday next week. So watch this space. Just going to do a very quick aside here. Ever since I got back from Bauma, and I will reiterate, I've done it 8 or 9 times, so I'm fairly hard to impress. But I've been searching for a word or a way in which to describe Bauma 2022. Should have just asked Kinshofer GmbH, because they've just said Bauma in total, apocalyptically awesome. Yeah, it really was. It was that good. Thank you very much indeed for that from the team at Kinshofer. Now, a bit of this. About this time last week, we brought you a snippet from an exclusive interview we conducted with Alexander Sturm, head of the demolition machine division of German manufacturer Sennebogen. Mentioned them earlier, we're back. But there's more to Sennebogen than just demolition machines, as most people know. In fact, the company is one of many to be pushing the electric envelope, which kind of triggers one of the comments in the chat, but go and have a look at that. As you're about to see, Sennebogen are doing things in a rather unique way.
Dynamic and energy saving. Today we present our well-established pick and carry machine 735E with the new electric travel drive. My name is Felix Uhlig and I am pleased to explain this innovation for modern timber handling from Sennebogen. Hybrid technologies are en vogue. The Green Efficiency Drive is our newly developed drive technology, which is a hybrid system with a mix of a diesel and electric drive. We implemented the technology where it brings the greatest benefits to our customers and operators. We would now like to take a closer look at how the electric drive works and why this investment is worthwhile. So a warm welcome to the presentation of our Green Efficiency Drive. The GED is as effective as it works in that part of the system where the largest demand for energy is, and that is when accelerating and driving the machine. Particularly in timber handling, the machines drive a lot, and therefore the greatest potential for saving lies here. Let's take a closer look at the powertrain together. When driving, the diesel engine powers a generator that produces the necessary electricity for the electric motors. When decelerating, in turn, the electric traction motors act as generators. This means that the diesel engine is unloaded via the generator and the resulting energy is used to supply the auxiliary consumers. The recuperated energy can even be stored for a short time and the drive power increased, for example, for the working hydraulics. Another advantage is that the use of modern components in the electric system reduces heat losses. As a result, engine power is saved for system cooling. But what are the benefits of the electric travel drive for our customers and users? Let's talk to our product expert Matthias Übelacker to explain this in more detail. Hello Matthias.
Hi Felix.
Matthias, please clear things up for us.
The big advantage of the 735e with an electric travel drive is the operating saving costs. Thanks to the implemented hybrid technology, energy costs are reduced by up to 30%, and that with the same, even better driving and working performance. As an example, with a reduction of 6 liters per hour and a price of 1.8 euros per liter of diesel, there are savings of about 200,000 euros for a running time of 80,000 operating hours. The smaller diesel engine size of 6.7 liters not only brings lower consumption, but also saves on emissions, which is good for the company's own operations and for the environment. And the operator doesn't miss out on the GED either. The driving behavior is even more dynamic, especially when accelerating, and above all, the machine runs quietly as the typical sound of the hydraulic travel drive is omitted.
What about safety and high voltage technology? Is there anything I need to be aware of as a user?
As a user, there is actually only one principle. Keep your hands off all orange colored components. This identifies all components of the high voltage technology. Of course, the machine as a whole is designed to be intrinsically safe, and in case the high voltage system recognizes an error, the machine is automatically discharged and brought into a safe state. On the display, the operator can see at any time whether the system is currently charged by means of a prominent orange symbol. Our specially trained service partners additionally instruct all users.
Thank you very much for these interesting insights, Matthias.
Yeah, no problem, Felix, of course.
Let our hybrid technology, the green efficiency drive, convince you. You'll be impressed by the stunning savings potential. Our 180 sales partners worldwide will be happy to advise you and answer any questions you may have on the subject of electric travel drives for your demanding timber handling operations. Let's move big things.
Whether it's Sennebogen or steel wrist, there's just something about that green and black colour scheme, isn't there? Just before we wrap things up for the day, I have a bonus clip for you, and I'm sharing it with you as a reminder that even if you think you're having a bad day, there's always someone out there having a worse one.
It fell over under the other building.
Oh, if that side comes down the net, it's done.
And that's more
Yeah.
so, and that is more of a danger. Yeah, because you got a lower level for all that shit. This just fell 2 floors and look what it did. You dropped 3 or 4 floors of brick onto that thing over there. So
now the only thing, this is pretty severe damage, as you can, and
Well, all that weight sitting on the
Well,
second floor ceiling.
I would.
that's why we have
But this, I will tell you this.
Gravity really can be a swine, can't it?
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. I have to finish my judging duties for the New Zealand Demolition and Asbestos Awards today, so I need a large cup of tea and a biscuit. Or 3. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. And I know there's been a lot of talk about electric and hydrogen. I have something to say. Whether it makes sense or not remains to be seen. If you can't stick around for that, then please stay safe. Look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And thanks for watching. If you do have the time and the inclination, however, I'll see you on the other side of this.